Yo, what's up, YouTube? Terence Crawford beats up Dierry John. Um, there's a few, there's a lot of points I want to make in this video, man. But I want to keep it short. You can't get everything out in like every single video. Especially, people got things to do, man. Just kind of keep it short and sweet. But I did wanted to make another video talking about everybody's making these videos talk about who's going to be the next pound for pound, after Mayweather and stuff like that. And I wanted to make a video like months ago talking about Terence Crawford being the next, the next star and why. Pretty much saying he's like the American dream from Omaha and stuff like that. But for me, I have some concerns. And, after watching this fight, I was kind of tired, man. I was watching this fight right after I came off a shift, man. I came in like late, like early in the morning. And I was watching it. And it wasn't that it was like a boring fight or anything. It's just that, my eyes were heavy and stuff like that. And I was wondering, I was like, when is Terence Crawford going to knock this dude out? You know what I'm saying? Put the pedal to the metal. And I noticed some things that, why he didn't do it. And I want to bring him up, But anyway, I like to refer Terence Crawford to, the character. He has the characteristics of a rat. I don't refer him to like a young lion or beast or anything like that. Or an assassin or a technician or whatever like that. Whatever words you want to use. I just call him a rat. Because, the way he fights, man, with rats, even though they might be, outgunned and you might be bigger than them, you pin them in a corner, they fight back. And that's what Terence Crawford does, man. If you apply pressure on him, if you try to you try to punk him, he's gonna stand right there. He's almost like Timothy Bradley, man. He's got that heart. He's like he's got a chip on his shoulder, man. He's got a chip on his shoulder. And for me, that's his temper is is a flaw. It's a flaw, the fact that he's not willing to back up and give ground just a tad bit is a flaw, man. We even seen that with Yurioko's Gamboa when Terence Crawford got it in with him. Yurioko's Gamboa let his I think his temperament, his ego get the best of him, and he didn't adjust. He didn't give himself time to recover, anything like that. We see guys do that. They feel as if they gotta prove something, and they end up getting knocked out and beat up. Unlike Dierry, John, he tried to just he tried to figure Crawford out. He couldn't do it, but he didn't let them knockdowns affect him. He just tried to stick to his boxing and try to figure something else out. But he just didn't get there. Now, as far as Rats is concerned, he's persistent. Rats are persistent, man. They constantly gnawing away at stuff, always trying to find a way in, always trying to like map out your house and stuff like that. And you put something in plastic. Rats got like these strong teeth, and they'll like put a hole in your foundation, and they'll just find a way in, man. Into your house and stuff like that. Anywhere, any place where there's food and shelter and water and stuff like that, man. That rat is gonna get in. Hell, you can be on a boat. That rat will get on that boat and they'll travel with you. Rats are pretty persistent. And don't be sick, man. Don't be sick, because some rats are real bold and they'll start chewing on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Terence Crawford does, man. He starts chewing on you, man. He just pokes and he's prodding at you. And that's what he did to John. He's just like poking and prodding. And he's just nibbling away. at John's like soul and stuff like that, just nibbling away, and he just wouldn't stop. It just kept going. And if he wasn't gonna stop him and get rid of him, then that's it, man. He's just all. He's gonna eat your cornbread, man. He's gonna eat it. It's just gone, man. But anyway, another thing is rats are smart, man. Rats are real smart. Like I said, they get in, they run around your place, and I saw a documentary, and it said when they stop after moving back and forth, just let's say on the counter or something and like that, like let's say they find a cookie or something like that, they process how they got to that cookie. You know what I'm saying? So they sitting there, they going back and forth, and they pretty much like what people do is they map out the terrain. You know, they soak in all that information, and then before you know it, all the information is in their head. They know how to get to and fro. With no problem at all. And that to me, that's what Terence Crawford does, man. He, oh yeah, and like Natty Turner mentioned that he's like Crawford, man. He like processes like the information like so fast. He like downloads it. Natty Turner mentioned that on the Boxing Beats and Rhymes like hangout and stuff like that. I was like, yep, that's exactly what he does, and just process information really quick. Now, with that being said, I was thinking of some stuff. A lot of flaws. Those things can be like problematic later on. And I know he's beating a lot of guys. In the amateurs, good guys that were champions or sort of been in hiatus. Mikey Garcia, he's been out of boxing for a while. Hopefully he comes back. I don't know what weight class he's gonna come back in. Hopefully he's keeping his weight down. And I believe Danny, Garcia and whatnot, he's beat those guys. But I don't think they're able to exploit, Terence Crawford, character flaws. For one, his temper. Yeah, uh, he's got a bad temper. You know what I'm saying? He's got a bad temper in that ring. I know he's always composed and stuff like that, and but he's got like a mean streak in him, and I think that can be used against him because I think Terry, John got into his head, but even if he wasn't in his head, you can irritate him. You know what I'm saying? You can get into Terence Crawford's head and make him be more aggressive. You know, so you can get him to get out of character. Even though he probably can outsmart you, outthink you. That machismo and his temper might get the best of him. You know what I'm saying? That's one. What I've seen many a times, number two, is him not being able to avoid those right hands. And I can see why he like takes his time and like to use that jab because I don't think he's able to avoid those right hands at all. He's a switch hitter, but that chin is like this is like way up there. John got a few right hands in, and he's like eating them. Talk about no, but like yes, man, you just got hit with that right hand like twice. And what was funny, like I'm glad I didn't forget this point because the commentating is really good. The color commentating is really good. What do you want to say about like Lampley and like Max Kellerman and stuff like that? Roy Jones is good. They know the stuff too, and this is like really good homework, especially like Roy Jones mentioned it. I'm not sure it was Max mentioned it first, and then Roy Jones piggybacked off of it. But they was talking about like Terence Crawford switching, doing a switch, switching from like orthodox to southpaw in that right hand. Cause John landed that right hand over Terence Crawford's jab within like the first 30 seconds of the fight. And then like with the last minute he switched southpaw and got like a knockdown, right? And then Roy Jones had mentioned like, oh well, it's probably easier for him to see the right hand and the in a southpaw stance because it takes the right hand to get there just a little bit longer than in the orthodox stance, to get to him. And I thought that was like, man, that's really interesting. The right hand is a problem for him. Yeah, I've seen him get caught with it before. He fought a Hispanic guy right after Brady's Prescott fight, right? He fought an Hispanic guy and he got caught. The Uriocas Gamboa fight, he got caught. I'm not sure it was with a right hand or not, man. Excuse me, I'm not sure it was with a right hand or not. But he got caught in that fight too, in an exchange. And that's very interesting. That for one, he doesn't roll with the right hand or anything like that. And then two, he usually gets caught up in an exchanges a lot. So there, the right hand is there for him to get hit with in an exchange. Okay. Now, number three, which is a current concern for me, and how to kill a rat, is if you want to get rid of a rat, usually a lot of times if you want to get rid of them, as far as like getting into their space and stuff like that, is human scent. From what I've been told by a professional, is that human scent in a place where the rats like frequent, and they seem to be a pest that you lay down some poison and stuff like that. But if you provide a lot of presence, not to say that they won't come back, but they will be hesitant to frequent that area again. And the main by human scent is that Terence Crawford needs a lot of space, man. He needs a lot of the space to get his shots off. He didn't press John like Lamont Peterson did when Lamont Peterson beat John. He didn't press him at all. He wasn't up on him. He wasn't close to him. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't close to him at all. And Lamont Peterson got the unanimous decision, but he was like up all over him. Pretty much what like James Kirkland said, I want to, I want him to like smell me when we was talking about going up against Canelo, and we haven't seen Terence Crawford like fight anybody like that. And somebody that's willing to like make him feel uncomfortable. We saw Beltran, he tried to do it, but he was able to spin out and whatnot. Well, he didn't really spin out. He's like called Beltran's bluff, didn't he? He's like stood there, and I don't think Beltran was willing to get hit. But yeah, we haven't seen him fight nobody like Ruslan Pavatnikov, any like young brawler. Madonna's a little more educated with his stuff, but like Ruslan is very reckless. I want to say Angulo's reckless. He just ain't got the skills. There's probably like one more person like Ruslan that I'm probably missing out on. Man, I can't think of anybody. But if y'all know somebody, let me know. But yeah, Ruslan Pavatnikov, that's the only like brawler I can think of. That'll just get up on you. Oh yeah, Lamont Peterson. I mean, he's not really like a brawler, but that can close the distance and just like press up on you and like make you like smell a sweat or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? He won't give you no space to operate. Pretty much, he's gonna smother your punches. Won't give you no space to operate. Yeah, right. But yeah, with that being said, man, those flaws, I enjoy Terence Crawford. I wish him the best. But man, I think like the clock is ticking. I'm thinking like Paul Williams, man. I'm thinking Paul Williams. You know what I'm saying? Against who was it? Sergio Martinez. Paul Williams always kept that right hand low and was always getting hit. You know, and somebody just finally landed flush. It was Sergio Martinez finally landed flush on him, and Paul Williams was out. Paul Williams was out. The blueprint was out after that. You know what I'm saying? Because he always kept that right hand low. Yeah, but then he was always throwing like 100 punches around. So I guess he never gave nobody a chance to actually throw anything like knock him out, any kind of left hook or anything like that. But anyway, uh, I'm gonna end it there, man. I'm gonna end it there. Hope I didn't go on too long, but that's the 3 ways to kill the rat, man. Agitate him, sneak in that right hand, and make sure you get up close. Smothers punches, so he won't be able to operate. It's easier said than done, but I think that's the only way you can beat Terence Crawford, man. To agitate him, catch him with the right hand that he just can't seem to block, whether he's in the orthodox stance or not, because he doesn't bend his knees, doesn't move his head or anything like that. He's got good foot movement and everything, but he keeps eating those right hands, and eventually somebody's gonna knock him out. And then smother his punches. Don't let him operate. He's willing to tango, but you gotta just be willing to like bob and weave and get up in there. I think if you can bob and weave and get up in his face, you can land that right hand at any time. But all right, man. Thanks for listening. Let me know your opinions. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.